click start recording and welcome the YouTube audience that will be watching this on the video on demand replay for CLG FC episode 102. So we're going to get into our 102nd match. We did the post-match press conference. Our faithful smash Trafford United as the run goes on. Straight wins up to 7. That's good. We're doing really good in the league. We have got a week out, and this is a big one, Manchester Saints Athletic. And the reason I say this is a big one is we own our stadium, right? We are the sole private owner of our stadium. That's the way we set up the state. However, Manchester Saints Athletic actually ground share with it. And they, at the beginning of the season, after we won our opening 2 games, they came out and said, or their manager came out and said, I don't like that club. I think they're going to go down. And I was like, excuse me? Like, all right. I won Dutch League back to back on 21 save with Utrecht. Nice. Very nice. The Dutch League seems like it would be fucking really hard to win. Like, the Dutch League just seems like it's hard to win in real life if you're not essentially PSV Eindhoven. But, there's a few other clubs that do win it occasionally, but, like, it's tough. Eric Williams has been maintaining his perceived superiority over you and your playing style despite your results today. How do you feel about his most recent comments? Uh, uh, I'm not that fussed. The result speaks for itself. Cool. Uh, Lost second to last game of the season. My only loss. That's brutal. That's brutal. Yeah. We went 2.5 seasons without losing a game. Granted, our seasons were 18 games. Like, they're really short seasons. But we went 2.5 seasons without losing a game. But then we've lost like 5 in the last season and a half. I was like, what? I was like, look, I understand, perfection. I'm not even asking for that. But it's just, it's one of those things where, like, where did you go from not losing to losing 5? Like, lost Europa League final on pens too. Are you Leverkusen? Are you Leverkusen? Although they didn't lose on pens, to be fair to them, but still, um, we should be kicking over shortly. Um, October 7th. So we're going to play the Manchester Saints Athletic game tonight, and then we're going to pack it up, pack it in. And tomorrow night I think we're going to chill tomorrow night and play a little Euro Truck. I think that's what I have on the schedule. Saturday, we're going to be commentating Unreal Tournament. Same with Sunday, but it won't be an all-day affair with Unreal Tournament. We are going to swap over, and we might do some CLG FC. If we do, we might play Hearts of Iron, although I do have that on the schedule for next Wednesday, which is September 11th. So all the information on the schedule, literally just click my name, go over to the schedule tab. It's all there for you. I haven't been able to start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern recently, but it's been like 8 o'clock, but still, we are going to be streaming those days. In my Champions League group, I almost came top of the group despite scoring 4. That's it, just 4. So I take it you have the Champions League set up in the old way, like, groups of 4 and all that jazz, right? So, what do you call it? I meant to look at that play. Oh, yes, the upload did finish. I was uploading the last of Saturday's video to YouTube. I meant to check it on Twitch, too, because I was uploading it on Twitch. Believe it or not, gang, you can upload videos to Twitch. And I actually find that feature quite useful. It's still processing. Okay. It hasn't finished processing yet. Cool. We are almost done this Sunday, so we'll be taking over into Monday. I lost the lead to Porto, who drew 1-1 with me, and I dropped into Europa. That sucks. That sucks. And then you almost won Europa. West End for Talbot. This is the schedule. Nothing big. Yeah, 2 3-0 losses, 2 1-all draws, and 2 1-0 wins. Okay, so it was the new format. with the league phase and all that stuff. So, uh, or no, that would have been the old format. Wouldn't it have been? That would have been the old format. Because the old format you played 6 games. The new format you play what, 8? Old format was 6 games. Yeah. New format is 8 games. Yeah. So exactly. So I don't know what to make of the new format. I kind of like it. I kind of miss the old format, but the new format's not bad. Like, yeah, in the quarters I won on away goals, semis on pen, and then final usually lost on pen. Oh man, I'll tell you what though, it's a hell of a run. That's for sure. Um, we're just watching Abbott. Really, Abbott's not really. I put Abbott on the watch list, but like Marsden is above us. Well, not really. Huddersfield District League. Yeah, I don't need a striker though. I'm quite all right now. That's the only reason I haven't made a move for him. Remind me in a month, please. Remind me in 1 month. You want me to have them dive into tackle, sure. And we're just gonna click through. That's fine. I don't need the same advice that I've gotten for months, guys. I love the Conference League in new format. Yeah, they only play one additional game, I think, if I remember correctly. I think they play 7. Um, but oh, they play 6. Okay. So in total, okay. So it's just the format of who advances that's changed in the Conference League. Nice. So I I didn't realize, and I can't wrap my head around it. Maybe you guys are about to tell me it's the same, but the qualifying and how the qualifying goes, like the whole league phase, champions phase. If you don't win like your second qualifying round Champions League game, you drop into like third round qualifying Europa League, like Champions Path, shit like I have no fucking clue how any of that works. Somebody figured this out, and I'm like, who, what the hell is that? Um, let's do leagues in focus. We talk about the leagues. We look at the leagues. We always monitor the leagues, including the top 5 divisions in England, the division directly above us, and the MLS. Let's start in the MLS with NYCFC, top of the East. They are top of the East by a point over Montreal Impact. Then it's Inter Miami and Orlando City. Those 4 locked in. They have a playoff spot. New England Revolution, Columbus Crew, FC Cincinnati, New York Red Bulls, and Chicago Fire now are currently the other playoff teams. Toronto is on the outside looking in by 3 wins. So if Chicago wins, it's over for. Well, actually, I mean any of these could drop points as well, but essentially they're not going to have any tiebreakers. Toronto, it has to be by points. Charlotte is barely on the bubble. The Union are now out, so Union, Atlanta, Nashville, DC, all out of playoffs. In the West, Real Salt Lake still lead by a point over LA Galaxy. Then it's Portland Timbers, San Jose Earthquakes, LAFC, who have climbed to 5th now, Seattle Sounders, who have climbed from 8th to 6th, St. Louis City, who has slid from 3rd to 7th. Those 7 are all locked in. Then it's Austin FC and FC Dallas. Minnesota United on the outside looking in by a win. So could come down to goal difference there. Could come down to wins. We don't know. Houston's also on the outside, but there's no way they get a tiebreaker. They have 17 draws. How the fuck do you draw 17 of your 34 games? Literally half their season is draws. Also in conference, which is neat, no team goes straight into group. Everyone plays a qualifying route of sorts. That is neat. I do like that. Um, Colorado Rapids are on the outside looking in by a point. Vancouver is in 13th and they're out by a point. They're done. They can't advance. Sporting Kansas City also eliminated. Sporting Kansas City guaranteed to finish as the worst team in MLS this season. Premier League, it's Man City at the top. Man United is second, both level on points. Then it's Newcastle, Brentford, Everton, Southampton, Leicester. Liverpool are 8th. Arsenal are 9th. Spurs are now 11th. Villa are 12th. Chelsea's down to 14th. My beloved West Ham are 15th. Um, And those two and Bournemouth are also only 3 points above the drop. Sunderland only above the drop on goal difference by a goal over Burnley. Norwich 2 adrift in 19th. Brighton 3 adrift in 20th. Sky Bet Championship. Sheffield Wednesday lead the championship. By the way, our Premier League champions the last 5 years have been Man City in the first season, Man City, Aston Villa, Newcastle United, and Arsenal. Sky Bet Championship. Sheffield Wednesday lead the league by a point. Then it's over Ipswich Town, who are above the playoff places by just 5 goals and a goal difference over Crystal Palace. Coventry City, Luton Town, and Sheffield United make up the playoffs, the last of which is only in by 4 goals on the goal difference over Wolves and West Brom. Watford 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Rotherham are a point above the drop. Derby County were a point above the drop. Now they're only above the drop on goal difference by a goal over Huddersfield Town. Blackburn Rovers are a point adrift in 23rd. Reading 2 adrift in 24th. Sky Bet League 1, Millwall lead the league by 3 points. That's a shame. Swansea City 4 points above the playoff places of Plymouth Argyle, who are still yo-yoing, by the way. Wimbledon, Stoke City, and Oxford United. Charlton Athletic, Cambridge United, 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, it is Exeter City and the Forest Green Rovers, who are a point above the drop. Stockport County is above the drop only by 2 goals and a goal difference over Blackpool. Then it is Cheltenham Town, who are 2 points adrift. Burton Albion, we're 5 adrift. It's only 3 points adrift now for them in 23rd. Chesterfield take up position at the bottom of the table. 4 points adrift. Sky Bet League 2, Tranmere Rovers still leading the league by a point over Shrewsbury Town and Crawley Town. They lead the playoff places by 3 points, which are occupied by Bradford City, Torquay United, Fleetwood Town, and Milton Keynes. Crewe Alexandra, the last two are only in the playoffs by goal difference by a single goal over Crewe Alexandra and by 3 goals over Bristol Rovers. Rochdale, Barrow, both a point on the outside looking in. Barrow in 11th are a point outside the playoffs. That's how tight the top of the table is. Port Vale at the bottom is a point above the drop. Leyton Orient above the drop only on goal difference by a single goal over Doncaster Rovers. Newport County are a point adrift at the foot. Vanarama National, York City still lead. It was AFC Filed for the first 10 games. Now it's York City. This time it's not by goal difference. It's by a point. Solihull Moors, South Shields, Kidderminster Harriers, Dorchester Town. Dorchester Town have had quite the rise through the divisions here in this save. That's really impressive from Dorchester Town, actually. But yeah, and Oldham Athletics still trying to get back up into the Football League. Those are playoff places. Gillingham, Southend United, and Dagenham and Redbridge are a point outside looking in. At the foot of the table, AFC Sudbury, who was almost promoted one year, now only a point above the drop, along with Northampton Town and FC Halifax. Northampton Town, what a fall from grace. Hartlepool United and Eastleigh are the first two clubs in the drop by that point. Sutton United are 2 adrift. Ebbsfleet United are 5 adrift at the foot. Lastly, the division directly above us. Old Mancunians are a point clear of the league over Shevington and AFC Blackburn Reserves. This is the real shit I'm going into next season, by the way, is that if we go up and we don't get transferred back out of the Mid-Lancashire and District Football League, we're going to be in a division where only the winner goes up. That's it. Every division we've been in so far, the top 2 go up. Only the winner goes up in this division, which is just brutal. That's just a brutal league to be in, especially since the bottom 2 both go down. At the bottom, it's Hull Rovers and Litherland under-18s, who have spent the entire league so far at the foot of the table. They win their first game of the season. They're out of the drop by a point over Middleton and Overton Sports. And then it's East Manchester, 3 adrift at the foot. That's leagues in focus. Sam Harris has got a tight grind. That's fine. We are 3 away from the fixture. So we're going to get into this game. And then, broken upper leg for Danny Wharton. God, that's brutal. That's a fucking brutal injury. We got some scouting reports. We're going to check off the guys who are too old, which is 27 and above. And the guys that are not good enough as well, except for the ones on the watch list who are highlighted there. And we're going to tell them we're not interested. So Let's keep going. Okay, bed for me. It's 3 a.m. Yes, Duck God. Get a very good night's sleep and rest well, man. Take care. Thank you for coming with the raid. Appreciate you. We got 3 days to go. Should go quick. Ever since I did the anti-Duck God and cut all the leagues off, the database actually has moved relatively well for a database for a level 20 database. I mean, it's just a big database in general because it's 20 levels, and I could lop off like level 20 and 19 and 18 and 17 now that I'm above them, but I haven't yet. Um, I could make MLS uh, view only, which I might do. The only leagues that are not in England that are enabled as playable right now are MLS and the K League. Um, the only reason being MLS is my home league, and in real life, obviously, and my manager in the game is South Korean, so the K League would be her home uh, league. So we've enabled just those, and even then, I don't know. But the database moves okay. It's not been too bad. If it gets worse, which I obviously I anticipate it doing so, then we'll address it and lop off all the lower leagues again, and probably MLS. So, um, but that is a decision for another day. We've got 2 days to go until the fixture, um, and Manchester Saints Athletics, and then we're gonna have 1 day to go already. So, 1 day to go. Um, and we will probably get the pre-match press conference here. Yes, we do. We're the favorites for the fixture, 2-9. Manchester Saints 13-1. The draw 4-1. Uh, what is this? Sheamus was weighted 9 assists so far with a new counter FC record now well within the sights. All his existing records held by Frack, which is 11 in a season, and Sheamus has got 9. And we're only 7 games in. Let's attend the pre-match press conference and kick things off with the first question from Graham Underwood at Sky Sports. Frack, as you're aware, his physical attributes rarely seen as a game changer. He has a quality degree. He's outstanding. That's fucking nonsense. That press conferences just, they really need to work on improving them as well, by the way. That I think is a feature they need to really work on. It's just too repetitive and predictable. It has to be said. So, where are we at here? Okay. We are 1 day to go till the fixture. I totally forgot. Oh, we have a fixture clash with the under 18s. Great. Um, give me 1 second here. Is that no? There we go. Uh, just answer this question that somebody I forgot to answer before I went live. There we go. Cool. Um, Under 18s fixture clash. That's fine. That's like anticipated every match day now practically, since we're in a league that has 22 matches instead of 18, and we literally have a match every week until I think like November or December, and then it's every other week after that. So, um, if we get promoted twice again or twice more, right? Obviously, we talked about that league above us being only one team going up, being only the champion that goes up. Obviously, that's very difficult, but um, it's one of these things where if we do get promoted and if we get out of that league and we go up to level 13, that's when you're starting to talk about 15, 16 team leagues and playing 30 matches. So this is the most we've played in a season, and it's 22 games. We had 20 our opening game, our opening season, and then level 19 we had 18, level 18 we had 18, level 17 we had 18, level 16 we got to 20, and now we have 22. But yeah, the real big boy leagues tend to start around level 13, especially if their level 13 or level 12 league is a feeder league into the step system. That's when it starts to get a bit beefy in terms of the league size. So we're not the marquee matchup. That is Trafford versus Einsdale. That is 6th versus 3rd. Who is 2nd? Norcross have Rushford Park tomorrow. So uh, 2nd versus 8. We'll see if they can help us out. Park to drive in the tackles. CalLogic FC under 18s draw with Wardrobe impressive. Wardrobe scored in the 53rd, but Carsley from the spot 61 minutes later leveled it. Brown Sterling was dismissed in the 80th, but we couldn't capitalize and it finished all square. So that's another point for us. Macclesfield under 18s are not bad, I don't think, if I remember. Yeah, they're down there in 8th. We're still in 5th, but Dulwich Hamlet are just running away with it. They're 9 from 9. I just realized that. No wonder they're running away from it. They're literally perfect through almost a third of the season. You play what, 34 games? Wow. They're 8 clear already. Fitness tests, everybody's fine. Everybody hurts. We got 5 games because the Rushford Park Norcross game is tomorrow. We got to take care of business. That's the way it is. We have to take care of our business. Let's get our walkout song that we oddly just play the entire length of, and let's get into it, shall we? Why is Cookies offended? How is he offended? As Rudy Ovington is physically stronger. Mate, you will run circles around him, man. Toughen the fuck up. 3 changes from their lineup from the previous fixture. That's the other thing I don't like about FM24 is that kind of like morale shit is a little bit broken. But I mean, I to me 16 is probably 12, 6, 10, 12, and 16 are still the best FMs I've played. If you, I shouldn't do the outstretched arms. I need to point to make a point. You could carry your last move. Okay, that seemed to work well for everybody. So let's get into it, shall we? That was not. There we go. They're playing the 4-4-2. They have won 1, drew 1, lost 3 in our last 5. We are 7 from 7 in the league so far. 5 clear at the top. Let's see what we can do here. And it is Manchester Saints Athletic that are going to get things underway here. So a little kickoff highlight, and then we'll get into the actual commentary. Oh boy, over the top. That should be fine. All right. We are going to be into. Akonikun's been booked 3 minutes in. Like, fuck's sake, man. Really? All right, here's Parks in the 13th minute. Cookies, Twinkle. Good pass back. Cookies taking himself. No, Sheamus. Oh, it's in. It is in the net. It is 1-0. We've taken the lead early. I really want to beat this team, man. They talk shit, man. I want to beat them. They think we're going to be relegation candidates, man. I'm about to smash the shit out of you, motherfucker. What is essentially a home match for both teams, by the way. Trafford United have taken a lead against AFC Einsdale. That's big for us, too. In terms of the promotion battle, that's big. The title battle, not so much, but the promotion battle, that's a big goal. But yeah, Manchester Saints Athletic ground share with us on this ground. And we own the ground. Spaps, nice cutout. Here's Cookies. Cookies. You could have played a ball over the top. Would have been tight. Really had to see it. He's done well, though. Cookie still with it on the right-hand side. Looking for the cutback. Finds Spaps on the delayed run. Good touch from Spaps. Gets across in sticky. That's brilliant. That's just brilliant. That is phenomenal. Snicky went 6 games, scoring only 2 goals. Then they had a hat trick in the previous match, and now they've scored again. That is their 6th goal of the season. And that is our second in just about 3 minutes. Here's Cookies. The cutback, that's cut out. D'Oliveira is going to absolutely punt that clear. Here's Pike with it. Pike bringing it up. They're on the break here. We have to be careful. We have to kind of push them wide. We have done so. Pike's looking for an option back on the inside. Finds Ryder. Back to Pike. Back to D'Oliveira. Back to Ryder. Ungar. Back to D'Oliveira. Pike. That's a good turn from Pike. He just doesn't have the pace to beat the defender. Does find a little bit of space to get the cross in. Jack's headed it away. Konikkun's absolutely punted it upfield. Snicky wins the header, but there's nowhere they can go with the ball, and that's the end of the highlight. He's done well to win that. 20th minute now. Here's Parks on the right. Inside. Yep. Twinkle just freed up inside. That's nicely done. Smaps on the right. Has an option if Cookies can stay clear of that defender trying to stay with him. He needs help, Spaps. He's just going to go for the cross. Oh, wow. That was close. Konikun, that's a shame. He was making the run. He was looking for the ball behind. That's going to squirt free to Spaps, though. Spaps looking for the cross. Spaps has got it. Konikun could be... Oh, it's headed away. Gorley's put it behind. It will be a corner. Here is Frack with the corner. Whipped in, and Evans is going to grab it off the corner. Twinkle, Sheamus, Frack. Back to Sheamus. Here's Snicky. They've got a lot of space in front of them. They've also got Cookies there. That's a nice find. Cookie's going to bring it into space. Cookies still has... Oh, Cookies went for goal himself. That was certainly an option. If he could have held up play towards the byline, you had Snicky on the late run. That was always maybe the better option, but you didn't know if Snicky was going to continue their run or just where they were going to end up at the end of the run. So he took it for goal himself, and it's not something I'm really peeved over, that decision. Parks will head this out. It will be a corner, 30th minute for Manchester Saints Athletic. We are 2-0 in the lead. AFC Einsdale have leveled versus Trafford United. LythamSt.Anne in the 29th. Walmer Bridge have taken the lead versus Southport and Einsdale Amateurs. McCourt Burns. Oh, they've scored. Well, that's the first time we've conceded in maybe 3 or 4 games, believe it or not. But it's just really good from Burns. And really good play from McCourt to find him. But we are only in the lead by a goal. So we have to be careful here. Here's Jack. Twinkle back to Jack. Jack. All the way back to Broad. Okay. Oh, we reset myself. Cookies. I thought he was going to turn on his left-hand side, but he's giving it to Parks. Parks has got to cut it back inside now. It's going to go back to Broad. None of his options stepped forward for that ball. Here's Dwyer in the 32nd. Ovington back to Dwyer. Back to Ovington. Forward for Henderson. And here come Manchester Saints. What are you doing? Pike. D'Oliveira. Ryder on the left now. Ball's been switched. Back inside for Pike. That's good tackle. And now Tinkle will give it to Okonikun. We've got it. Snicky looking for the break. That just got away with that touch. Oh, another heavy touch. Still got away with it. Oh, another heavy touch. Cuss. Oh my God, how's that squirted through the whole box? Sheamus to Okonikun. Can he get the shot off? Yeah, Snicky, the rebound. That's number 7. It's a brace for Snicky. They've got 5 goals in 2 games now. And we have restored our 2-goal advantage. I'll tell you what, Snicky, they're not known for being kind of like a poacher like that. And that's very much a poacher's goal. But we do not care how they're scored. We only care that they go in. And that is definitely in the back of their net. There's the 3-1 lead. That is Twinkle getting a caution, probably. I didn't think that was even that malicious. And yeah, we've given a free kick away in a dangerous area. Really dangerous area. Here's Burns. Trafford have retaken the lead versus AFC Einsdale. Burns goes for it. It's not close. Here's a Konikun from further out. He's going to go for it. Oh, that was a bit closer. That was almost a Konikun magic there. Here's Manchester Saints with the ball now. Dwyer on the right-hand side. Meant for Pike. Parks heads it up. It will go out. It's headed out. No, Ryder's going to catch it. The cross comes back in. Burns could be there. He's headed it up and he's headed it over. So, Parks with the throw. 43rd minute now. Akunikun. Twinkle. Spaps. Parks. Parks can bring it forward. Meant for Spaps. He's on sides. The flag stays down. Spaps. Oh, that's a cheeky chip, but nobody was there. It's headed up straight up. That is just awkward, but eventually Evans comes down with it. There's a chip on the right-hand side. Frack will come down with it. 44th minute now. Back to Brott. Brott will distribute to the center back. Myself, Cookie's got Akunikun. Also had an option on the right. Akunikun. Sheamus hasn't really been making the same run on the left-hand side. We're used to see Sheamus finding space out here wide left and playing for that looping ball over the top, or playing real tight angles like this and short triangle passing with Akunikun and Frack. That's a good pass. Sheamus, Snicky, may switch it on the right. Parks brings it in. Parks has got options. Parks goes for goal. That wasn't one of the options, Parks. All right, first minute of added time here. Pike will whip this in. Parks heads it clear. Walmer Bridge double their advantage versus Southport Ninesdale. Here's Dwyer. McCourt. Henderson back to Dwyer. Gorley. Dwyer. Henderson. Burns. That's a good turn from Burns. Burns. That's a good save from Brott. Henderson takes the corner. That's headed up and out for a goal kick. That'll probably be the half, in all honesty. It is. We've dominated them in the XG. They've had some chances, though. They've had 1 shot on goal. They had 5 shots in general. They've had .79 XG. But we've had 56% possession. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. Myself. Oh, D'Oliveira is going to cut that out. This will be just a Here's a whipped in cross. Parks dives his header away. Burns takes a shot off the bar. De Oliveira back for Gorlek. De Oliveira. Back to McCourt. Goes for the run over the top by Henderson. And he'll head it. Nobody will be home. That'll be Brott gloving it down. Jack for Frack. Sheamus on the left. Sheamus got to come back inside. Finds a Konikun. Back for Frack. Sheamus was an option there. Oh, nicely done. Really nice movement. Sheamus whips. Snicky got free of the defender. Snicky. That's brilliant header. What an absolutely perfectly placed header. Snicky's got their break. That's their second hat trick in as many games. It's just so smart here. I mean, just taking advantage of that, of just him really lapsing and no shape and not marking him tightly. And nah, it's nothing tight about that. And then the finish was really good. So 4-1. 4-1 over their team that told us we were going down at the beginning of the season. Burns, that's a good ball. That's a good idea. Pike's actually going to get to it too. What can he do? This run needed to be inside deeper for like quicker, and the ball needed to be quicker, but it's not. Henderson gets by his man. Henderson gets the cross in. No need to send that out for a corner, Parks. Absolutely no need. But that's what it will be. Here's Pike to take it. Pike whips it in. That's going all the way out. Cookies has headed it all the way away. Jack now with it. 53rd minute. Twinkle. A Konikun. Really good ball movement here. Sheamus has got to learn to take the space, man. Frack gives it to Sheamus. Sheamus with options. Sheamus goes for the cross. Sheamus, maybe look at, oh my goodness me, that was close to an own goal. So here's Frack with the corner, and Evans has got that the whole way. Ryder, Ungar, back to Ryder. Cross comes in, and Brott's going to win that over Henderson. In the 56th minute. Now we can build off the back of this. I got to think about subs. First one's probably going to be a Kunikun again. Parks, myself, Spaps. Spaps over the top for Parks. Did Parks stay on side is the question. Cross back in the center and rolled all the way through for a corner. Looks like Parks did. Frack will take the corner. Frack whips it in. That's headed away. Cookies will get to it. What can he do with the Cookies? Twinkle. Parks. Back to Cookies. Twinkle. Parks. Really good ball movement. That was almost there for Snicky. That was really, really, really good ball movement. But just no dice at the end of the day. That one's going to be headed away. Ovington will come down with it. I think it's time we swap Konikun out for Joe Jones. Snicky's got their hat trick, so McKendy can come in. Here's Ungar as well. I'm thinking Frack might be the next one since he's whatever that is. Complacent. They're both complacent. Man, like, make my job a little easier. Come on, boys. So double substitution for us in the 60th. That one's whipped away. D'Oliveira comes down with it. Here's Pike. Side netting. I was close. Here's Frack with a throw. In the 63rd minute, Sheamus back to Frack. Frack, Twinkle. Twinkle, back for Sheamus. Joe Jones, the turn. Back to me. Back for Twinkle. Twinkle the turn. Twinkle the shot. That's a deflection, and it will be a corner. Trafford United have retaken the lead versus AFC Einsdale. Evans going to grab this one. Ryder with a throw, 67th minute. It's deep in their attacking third. Here is Ryder with the cross. Henderson, that's in. They've got another. Absolute blown coverage on the back post. Who the fuck was that covering him on the back post? Because it looked like Joe Jones, and I'm like, there's no way it should be him. Who's that? I don't know who that is. I think that might have been Frack. But the hair color didn't make me believe it was Parks. But he did take a dip in the rating. So I don't know. 4-2. I've taken Snicky off too. Like, for fuck's sake, guys. Here's myself, free kick. Oh, don't go off the bar. Corner kick. Frack with the corner. Whipped in. McCourt heads up another corner. Oh, Parks, the fuck are you doing? All right, Parks is coming out. Ben Brindley's coming in. I've had enough of the bullshit, Parks. Here's myself again. Free kick off the bar a second time. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. Sheamus with a cross. Joe Jones on the back post. It's headed up, though. They literally have 2 shots on target, and fucking both of them are the goals. Southport, Ninesdale amateurs have pulled one back. Oh, boy. Cook's on the break. I'm trailing back. Jack's got to push him wide. Jack's there to meet him. Frack is lazy as fuck. Here's Dwyer. Joe Jones is on him. Dwyer. It's a good block. Henderson's going to get the cross in anyway. Pike could be there. That's headed away by Ben Brindley. Corner. And is that Hoffling? Hoffling will take it. Whipped in, and it's whipped away. It's headed away. Hoffling gets another one back. Pike's going to shoot. It's over. Oh, that's taking a deflection somewhere, and that'll be another corner. Henderson. Whips in. That's headed away. Burns will come down with it for Manchester Saints Athletics. They don't have a ton of time left. They're down by 2. Burns. Gourlay. D'Oliveira. Back to Gourlay. Cross comes in. Henderson's unmarked. Back post. And he's missed the header. Cookies. Spaps. Brindley. This is a tight freaking heat or quarterfinal in the rowing. Holy moly. 3 guys fighting for 2 spots. Twinkle Jones. Joe Jones. Mukendi. Simon Roger Mukendi. What a ball out for Cookies. Cookies has got an option here. He's not found the separation from his man, so his cross is blocked. It will be a corner. Sheamus corner whipped in. Joe Jones! And it's just wide. I thought that was going to be it. Right. 30 seconds, 35 seconds. Smaps go for the cross. Sheamus is there. Joe Jones back to Sheamus. Sheamus was offsides. They caught him on the offsides trap. Evans pumps the ball forward, and that is that. 4-2 the final. Sheamus in the 13th before Snicky in the 18th. Jordan Burns got one back for Manchester Saints Athletic, but Snicky in the 33rd meant we were 3-1 up at the break. Snicky again 3 minutes after the break to complete their hat trick, but James Henderson in the 66th got one back for Manchester Saints Athletic. But we win this derby on a shared ground. There you go. Let's look at the other results around the ground as well. Chesterton burst off Dynamo Craig from the spot and in the 14th, and Johnson in the 37th gave them a 2-0 advantage. Northmore would add to it in the 73rd. Chesterton blank. Burskoff Dynamo 3-0. Burskoff Dynamo still bottom off the back of that. We won 4-2. And then Staconians and Durnan District under 21s. It was Gillies in the 4th minute. Brown in the 29th. It meant Staconians were 2-0 up at the break, but then in the second half, the floodgates opened. O'Donnell from 12 yards in the 68th pulled one back, but then it was Gillies again in the 77th, Nelson in the 83rd, Hofstetter 2 minutes after that, and Staconians with a big 5-1 victory over Durnan District under 21s. Trafford United and AFC Einsdale. What a back and forth affair that was. Bolton in the 3rd minute before Anson in the 29th leveled things. Humphreys 4 minutes later gave Trafford United the 2-1 lead at the break. Alley in the 59th leveled things again for AFC Einsdale, but King 2 minutes later put Trafford United back in front, and that's how it would finish. 3-2 to Trafford. The loss drops AFC Einsdale to 4th place. Walmer Bridge and Southport and Einsdale amateurs, it was Lynch in the 29th and Farmer in the 2nd minute of added time at the end of the first half to give Walmer Bridge the 2-0 advantage. Lavery in the 68th looked like he was going to spark a comeback for Southport and Einsdale amateurs with his goal, but that was the last event of the occasion. And Walmer Bridge, 2-1 winners over Southport and Einsdale, has actually moved Walmer Bridge up to 3rd position. So we're still 8 clear of the promotion spots, but Norcross have yet to play. They play on the 15th there, the day after our fixture. So should they not win, we'll be 8 clear of the whole league with 14 to play. Let's look at a post-match press conference if there is one. Assuming there is one, there usually is. And we'll take that, and then we will save and get out of here. But it's a good win. We're 8 from 8 to start the league. That's a really good position to be in. West Ham drew Newcastle. That's actually a big draw, big point. There is no post-match press conference. Classy Snicky on form for Counterlogic FC. We've won 8 straight. Back-to-back hat tricks for Snicky earns them player of the week. So there you have it. We're going to have a cheeky save. We're going to say goodbye to the YouTube audience first. If you're on YouTube and you're watching on demand, this was CLG FC episode 102. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you for 103 next. Walmer Bridge, they're red hot. They beat Einsdale. They're looking really good at Walmer Bridge. I think they've won 3 on the bounce, so we'll see how they do. That's in the matchup next. But until then, take care.